You got to flip it. Flip it.
There we are. Good morning.
Good morning. We have some theme music today.
We're going to pump it up. Pump it up. This is how excited we are about bullet journals.
All right, now we got to turn it off because Lizzo will require at least $1 million from us.
True. Okay, good morning, everyone. Guess what? We have a guest.
Yay!
Who is kind of out on Facebook. How do I? Oh, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
I'm Jenny Hensley, co-owner and effective disc coach with Dynamics. Our goal is to help you reclaim your time so you can reclaim your life and absolutely love your work. And
I am Suzanne Buckley, Jenny's BFF. And, I don't need much more intro
fellow
than
business owner and leader, too, I would say.
You.
Of course. Well, there you go.
Uh-huh.
But we are currently, I would say, obsessed.
Well, you're obsessed. I'm excited. I mean, that's just the way we... Okay, we're obsessed.
I'm going to call it BS. The reason that I started bullet journaling is because everywhere we went, she would be like, what's in my bullet journal?
Oh, yeah.
What's in my bullet journal?
Well,
do you know what's in my bullet journal? Have you seen my bullet journal? I would call that. Give me a thumbs up if you would agree that is obsession. Or let me scoot so you can. Yeah. Is that better?
Yeah, that seems better.
Trying to get on Instagram and Facebook, and it's also great.
All right.
Okay.
Let's roll.
We're going to roll. I did read the book, The Bullet Journal Method by Ryder Carroll. Mm-hmm. Also, great websites and little videos. Suzanne looked at it and said, and so I read it and then summarized
it. That's a lot. I need the bullets on the bullet journal. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So this is possible. I will share this information as well as some of our favorite. I mean, if you do hashtag Bujo, B-U-J-O, there are a million resources out there totally free. And we will share some of them in the notes after we are done going live.
Yes.
This may be a little bit longer, I suspect, than my normal Sunday pep talk. Just have a feeling. Mm-hmm. So I will also be cutting it up into little sections and posting it in smaller videos. So let's just get started.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we already talked.
What the heck is a bullet journal, Jenny?
What is a book? Tell me in 30 seconds or less how you would explain what a bullet journal is.
Well, I think I would explain it as, I don't know if you guys remember Franklin planners. That was like, do you remember Franklin planners?
I do.
Gosh. Okay, so that was like a 1990s thing when there were malls and there were actually stores and you go in and they actually had planners and all these pages you put in them and a system for tracking tasks.
We got people saying thumbs up. They remember.
Oh, yeah. So I think bullet journals are Franklin planners on steroids, but with creativity and flexibility.
Ooh, yes, that's a good one.
Okay.
I'm going to steal from the book.
Okay, no, just kidding.
It will. High class here. It will help you accomplish more by working less. It helps you identify and focus on what is meaningful by stripping away what is meaningless. So to me, it's a completely individualized process that helps you reflect and create a system that works for you to improve your life and keep track of everything that's going on in here.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So what made you start?
Well, I think originally I just felt overwhelmed. In my work, I deal with various projects and then a million interruptions. I think it's like most people. Lots of projects that are strings of activity that can span 6 months, and then with lots of little tasks that are interruptions all throughout the day. So I needed a way to track the projects and all these little tasks, and I was struggling. I even went, here's how I went. I went to the CVS and got a Trapper Keeper. Do you remember Trapper Keepers? I mean,
do they still make Trapper Keepers?
Well, a Trapper Keeper knockoff.
They're terrible. They always broke. And your papers always fell out of them.
And I usually got cut on the edges of them.
But anywho, not a Trapper Keeper.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's our other guest.
Hold please.
There has to be a dog in if you ever see or watch. Oh, we're getting hearts for the barking. If you ever watch our live, you know we always have dogs on them. So this is Cashew. Yes. Wait a minute. Maybe this should be Cashew's show. Cashew is getting tons of love. Thanks for the comments. Hey, Julia. Send us if you send. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. If you send comments, we can see them and we'll react and give you the best answer we can come up with.
Yay. Okay.
So thanks for all the hearts for Cashew.
Yay.
Okay.
All right.
What made you start? Oh, you're Trapper Keeper. Trapper Keeper.
Right. So I wasn't even looking for I didn't even know bullet journals existed. I follow this couple that lives in a 13-foot scamp, which is a whole other thing. And she has a just unbelievable bullet journal. And I'm like, what is this all about? And I just started researching it and found that, I'm going to try this and see if it is a solution.
Okay. And I started because stop talking about it. And then I also looked up, I love the visuals. And if you look on Instagram and hashtag Fujo, they are beautiful. Let me tell you, let's just do a warning right now. We'll talk more about this.
Yeah.
Yours will, if it was Julia, hers would be beautiful.
True.
These artsy people. Yeah. But mine is not beautiful, it's ugly. So,
and I'm gonna just put this out there. Who cares?
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
It's about how it helps you.
Right. So this is what, I'm going to bust you out right now. Okay.
This is my bullet journal.
What in the heck? Okay.
This is a million stickers.
Okay.
So I have whatever those are.
So that's one extreme. And here's what I have. Okay. So I'm not saying that
you may need 100 markers. You never know when you're going to have a marker emergency.
I think actually people getting insane about how these things look kind of takes away from the simplicity and the functionality of it.
Yes, I agree. So, I'm just having fun with this.
So this is mine. I've got little tabs. I know I've never seen in any videos people work in pencil, but I make too many mistakes. And I just write better in a mechanical pencil.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be like all freaked out and working in pen. So anyways, mine is so simple and it does not look pretty. I mean, does that look pretty? It's not pretty, but it's functionally.
Right. And we will show pictures of these in future posts. Being able to be live on both platforms and trying to figure out how we were going to show you was just hard.
She did warn me, don't show it. And I just went off the rails.
Like I didn't know that was going to happen. Okay, so anywho's, what is the most helpful part of the bullet journal to you?
Well, I think to me is like every aspect of my life is in the journal. So I don't have a work journal and then come home and have like some deep thoughts on life journal, and I don't have some like planning journal for trips and things like that. It's all in one place. And what I really like is the flexibility in how you can you're going through one day at a day, and then all of a sudden you jump to, well, here's my thoughts on my business, and it's just like a running total. And then you go, oh gosh, well that was right in the middle of my days. Who cares? You just jump to the next page.
Right.
And the really big aha
thing.
This is big.
This
is big, people.
I don't know what it's going to be, but it's big. I can just tell by the build up. Go.
Indexing.
Oh, huge.
Huge.
The index is everything because.
Are you going to show your journal? You just said, I'm not going to show journals.
You already did.
Okay, good.
It's just an index. It's ugly. See how ugly it is? But it has the page number and you write it in and it tells you where everything is.
Right.
So rather than, I had 4 working journals that I was using.
See what I'm saying?
That I was keeping notes and creativity and my business stuff and my personal trip planning and whatever it is. It's all in here now and I have a place to get it and I can find it because of the index.
And for
now I've lost start. Okay, go.
Projects that span many months, that index is key, because then I can say, okay, this project A, and then under the entire project heading are various topics with the page number where I've taken notes or had conference calls or meetings, and I can quickly refer right back to all the notes rather than my Trapper Keeper.
So I'd say the same thing for me. The most helpful part is the flexibility. The fact that I create the different pages, it's constantly changing. I had to come to peace with that it was going to be ugly. And it was fine because it still helps me and has made my life better.
Yeah.
So the flexibility and the fact that it's constantly changing is just really, really helpful. Yeah. I do want to say that I do have support for my markers. Thank you, Beth. Beth.
Okay.
Let's have a marker meeting. I will bring my 100 markers. You bring your 100 markers. See? And she's got one pencil. So,
I do have a highlighter. I have a highlighter.
It's completely personal. Okay. Give me a give me a heart if you're a marker supporter, and a thumbs up if you're just one to use the pencil. Okay.
I got one more thing.
Okay, go.
Okay. The other thing that I find very helpful is this idea of tracking habits towards goals. So one of my goals was I'm trying to track some physical fitness, and then see how it makes me feel. Right. Does it improve my sleep? Does it improve my mood? Mm-hmm. And so I saw this in one. I'm going to show. Which I find. Okay, can you see this? It does look crazy, but there are things that I did throughout this month to create some of these outcomes. Now, I just do want to note this. This is my stress. That's one of my goals, is to lower my stress. So here's my stress, but I want to notice this little spike. That was when the Buckeyes lost.
We don't talk about it.
I know, we don't talk about it, but that was the Clemson game, so dang it. It wasn't good for my outcomes. No. But anyways, the idea of tracking habits to then get outcomes has really been powerful, and I would recommend it.
I think that we could do a whole video just on the habit tracking, because we spent an hour on FaceTime yesterday, maybe 45 minutes to an hour on FaceTime. We'd both watched different videos on habit tracking. Yeah. We were both reflecting on, mine has changed. I've only been doing it for 3 weeks. My habit tracker has changed 4 times, and it's changing again. Mm-hmm. And so we both got on and talked about it. Mm-hmm. We brainstormed, we took notes, and our habit trackers are going to look totally different. Totally different. Yep. Because they meet our needs. It's so interesting. Yes. So I think we could do a whole thing on habit tracking if you'd be willing to come back. So let us know in the comments. Give us a thumbs up if we should come back and do one about habit tracking. Mm-hmm. And that brings us to our next thing, like what were the revelations that have come from the journal? And I'll say for me, the habit tracking, noticing that, because I, for so long, had issues with my stomach. My stomach hurt all the time. And so I track and rate how my stomach feels, mood, my sleep, and starting to see what are the things that impact that. And even after doing it a week, I noticed that some of the things that are impacting it. So, and for me, I'm trying the fasting thing, and it totally works for me. But we can talk about that later. What were your revelations?
I think the habit tracking also. 2 things. Well, indexing for projects, habit tracking for outcomes, and just organization. Having everything in one place really just helped the chaos in my mind, which, had Post-it notes everywhere and all sorts of scrap pieces of paper everywhere, and it just like an unsettling feeling. So having it all in one place really helps settle. Now, I am a little freaked out because I do take this journal everywhere with me, and I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, if I lose this thing, I'm like, ugh. Right. So I'm sure you have a solution to that. Like I'm taking pictures of pages, and I think there's a way to.
I'm putting mine in Evernote. So you can use your Evernote app on your phone and take
That's a
pictures,
good idea.
and it'll catalog them in Evernote, and they instantly become searchable too. So they're there.
So
and
does
they're
everybody
searchable.
have Evernote?
You just have
What
to
is it?
download it.
Okay.
It's a free way to save documents. So
Well, that's cool. Okay.
so that's what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
Because it's funny because I had the same panic attack yesterday because I realized suddenly how much valuable information and how often I'm looking at it. And that, oh my God, if I lost it, the world would be over.
Yeah.
So I think maybe part of my, like once a week, and we can also share with you this information, but once a week, like today, actually, I'm going to sit down and I'll prepare like my weekly page for me and then my page for tomorrow. And I think at that time I could just snap a couple pictures of the things that are most important. So I don't know.
Good idea.
Set another habit. I mean, how many habits can we have?
So many.
Like a million.
So many.
Okay, what are your tips for people that want to start?
Okay, so it's kind of overwhelming because people that have been doing bullet journaling for a long time have they get into calligraphy, they get into I don't know. It's like a whole thing. Yeah.
You and Beth are going to do that.
Right. But it's like, for me, just start. Yes. There's a couple videos, YouTube videos out there that I found very helpful. One was this gal, I can't remember, I should have looked this up, but it was like bullet journaling for ADD people.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, and it just kind of broke it down into just the 5 main areas, and I just went from there and just started. So I would, just me, I do it in pencil. I know that is rogue in the area of world of bullet journaling, but I'd start in pencil.
I'd say I agree. Just get started and look at what you're already doing. Because for me, I just started looking at the different journals I already had, and I love to X off to-do lists, so I'm a big to-do list person. So that was the first place for me, and then it just went from there. And the thing is, you'll start thinking, oh, this is a new page, and so you'll do a new page, and you'll label it, and you'll put it in your index, and it's a new project, and you're planning a trip or whatever you happen to be doing.
Yeah.
So just get started.
Check it out.
Know it's going to be ugly, and it's okay.
It's okay. Who cares? It's for you.
Nobody's judging.
Don't judge
journal.
yourself.
Yes. All right. Let's see if we have any questions. Did I mention that Beth supported my markers?
Oh my gosh.
Angie uses it to track her students as a teacher. 1 page per student. Oh, that's fabulous.
What do you track with them?
Like their needs, like things that you see in their growth. I'm guessing. Is that correct, Angie?
Good job, Ange. Good job, Ange.
Also, she gave a shout out to Cashew. Cashew's popular.
She is popular.
The dogs.
Uh-huh.
Shamelessly using our dogs for our own attention. Okay, so try it. I will follow up at some point today and share notes with you. Thank you so much for being with us today.
This was so fun, Jenny.
I told you.
Thanks for having me on.
And
can we have some music?
Share questions. Give us thumbs up like you are. It's really helpful. Share questions, future topics, things you need, and we will be back next Sunday. And also, I will be splitting this up and sharing some pictures with you this week. Have a great week, and if you have the day off, don't work. Baby, how you feeling?
Ooh, child, tired of the bullshit. Gone, dust your shoulders off.
I can't find my...